It's a full house at Casa de Maryland. This nonprofit was founded to address the needs of the Latino community in Maryland. They are having a grand opening today of this renovated building located in Langley Park. A lady working here
the front desk
says that it's been really busy today.
we just give the people information about all the services.
Gustavo Torres runs Casa de Maryland.
I am the executive director of Casa de Maryland.
He says that this new building will really help his organization.
And I'm really excited. This is an extraordinary opportunity for us, for our community, for everybody, because we are planning to change Langley Park from this beautiful neighborhood.
Many speakers and dignitaries took a turn at the podium, like PG County Council Vice Chair Thomas Dernoga, who says that the county's role isn't to focus on federal controversies, but rather to help local people.
This is about immigrants of all types, particularly a lot of immigrants who are legal, a lot of people who are adding to our local economy and to our culture, and it really transcends the whole issue of the illegal immigration, which is really outside of our local control. At the local level, we have to deal with the issues regardless of what the immigration issue is. So we're focused on how do we serve people, and we're not as focused on what the federal government is or isn't doing.
Other speakers today included U.S. Senators Ben Cardin and Barbara Mikulski, both of whom are policymakers at the federal level, and they both say they have long worked to support CASA's mission.
We're very proud of what Casa de Maryland has done here in Langley Park. They've taken an old structure that has real history here. It was known as the Langley Park Mansion, and now they've turned it back into a great asset for our community that will provide services for the immigrant community, provide services to provide job skills for people to be able to take advantage of this great country.
One of today's speakers says that he spent a decade helping CASA to make this new center a reality.
I'm Tom Perez. I'm a former board member of CASA for almost 10 years, and now work in the Obama administration, the Justice Department.
And what do you do over there?
I'm the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights.
Perez says he was part of a group that began discussing making these changes back in 1994 while he was still on the CASA board.
Well, I spent the better part of a decade on the CASA board. We started talking about this in 1994, and 15 years later, 16 years later, it's finally come to fruition. And again, it's more than a casa for CASA. It's a home for the community, because there will be at least a dozen different organizations in there who have very interrelated missions, and those missions are serving and empowering the community. And those synergies that you have when 12 different organizations are physically co-located together, those synergies are remarkable. One-stop shopping for the community, and so many opportunities to make a difference. So it's an exciting day.
3, 2, 1.
Today they cut the ribbon and officially reopened the building, where many services are housed. A celebratory cake for this 25-year-old organization helped to sweeten things up a little bit.
I have an honor for make the cake.
A grand reopening of a building like this is not just about the big names, but also about those who volunteer their efforts to do the work of CASA, like Jane Hudson.
Very excited to be here to see the center. I'm an attorney in D.C., so I'm going to be helping with consultations regarding D.C. employment laws. I started out working as a volunteer at the Immigrant Center in Michigan. I've become a disability lawyer, and I taught ESL for about 10 years as well.
Inside, it's freshly remodeled.
This is Georgian Revival with some Tudor details thrown in here.
A lot of work went into getting the space ready for prime time.
It's been abandoned for 10 years, and it was a complete mess. All the ceilings had holes in them, and so we had to do a lot of work, and we had really the best possible client.
And that client, Casa de Maryland, needed a lot more space than what the existing structure could accommodate.
And that's where we came up with this idea of the underground addition, because you really couldn't do all the things they wanted to do in this building. So we went down, we went out, and then we changed all these great spaces into spaces for Casa.
And while the new facilities are being showcased here, Casa's executive director says there's still much work to be done, and that he's grateful to have these new means to help do that work.
Langley Park have a lot of opportunities and a lot of challenges, and our role and our responsibility is to change Langley Park for good. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Muy ocupada hoy, sí. La verdad es que hay bastante gente y estamos muy ocupados hoy.
Ruby says that it's been really busy with lots of people, presumably many of whom will take advantage of the services offered here, building blocks to make stronger families, a stronger community, and a stronger nation, and to help keep the spice in the melting pot with that unique American flavor that we all call home.